Do you want to learn how to make community event advertisements like this one? Stay tuned to find out more. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another tutorial of Audiovisual 101. Today, we're going to be making a video using OpenShot Video Editor, a free program available to anyone who wants to make any sort of video. We're going to be making a community advertisement for an event that we have that we want to get the word out. Now, first we have to download and install OpenShot. So open up your favorite browser. It could be Internet Explorer, I don't judge. And then we're going to be searching OpenShot. And then press enter. And here we go, openshot.org. You click on the link and we see download at the top. So click on download and it detects that I have a Windows 64-bit. So of course that's going to show up first. However, if you have a Chromebook or an Apple computer or even a Linux if you're really snazzy, those options are available to you. I have a 64-bit Windows. I'm going to click download. Perfect, OpenShot is ready to go. And we're going to click open file. It's probably going to be different if you have Firefox, but at the end of the day, it's still going to say open or something along those lines. We're going to open that, and we're going to wait a little bit. And just going to go ahead and click yes. It's a verified publisher, so you don't have to worry about anything nefarious. I hope you like my background, but we're going to click OK because we want the English. I'm going to accept the agreement. I'm going to use the program files. And these default settings are good. You could make a desktop shortcut if you want. And you should keep in mind that if you have a school computer, you're going to need permission from the system administrator to install the program. It should be easy as sending an email and asking if you can have OpenShot on your school computer. It's open source, so you don't have to worry about paying anything, and there's no viruses. So just go ahead and ask the faculty of your school or college or university. And once it's done, just click Launch OpenShot Video Editor, make sure it's checked, and click Finish. And finally, we have our beautiful interface, which you will see momentarily. It's very simple, but at the same time to a beginner, it might be a little bit complicated. But no worries, I'm here to teach you everything. There's a tutorial, but you should just go ahead and hide that since you're already watching a tutorial. Here is our program. This black box is the video preview, as you could probably tell. Whenever you have your assembled project here in the timeline, the current time indicator, which is this little red line with a blue handle at the top, it's going to play wherever that is on the timeline in the video preview. And the last part is the project files, which contains all of your videos, pictures, and music that you're going to use to make the video. So in order to make the video, we obviously need the videos that we're going to use, and the pictures, and the audio. So in the description of this YouTube video that you're watching right now, there's going to be a link to a file, a Google Drive file, that you can go ahead and download. And if you're getting this from the curriculum PDF, there's also going to be the link there. You just need to download resources.zip. It's a zip file. What is a zip file? Well, it's a compressed folder that has a lot of files inside of it, and we just need to extract it in order to be able to use the files that are inside of it. Now, how do we open it or extract it? Well, here it is. Wherever you download it, you just need to look for it and go to that location, right click it, and then click extract all. And then just click extract. And then it's going to open up for you. And let's see what we have inside our resources folder. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, we have a picture of my school. Very pretty. And we have a picture of my favorite mascot, Finn the Shark, dabbing in front of the Eiffel Tower. Wow, who made that masterpiece? Well, and we also have a bake sale poster, which you might be familiar with. We made it in a previous video. That is the Photo P tutorial, which is really cool. You should check it out. So these are our resources, and I'm going to want these to be inside our project for OpenShot. So let's import some files. Go here and click File in the top left of OpenShot, and then click Import Files. And you're just going to want to go over to wherever you extracted resources.zip. For me, it was the desktop. And then you're going to go to Resources, go to Resources again, and then just click and drag over everything. Or press Control A. Oh my goodness, keyboard shortcuts! That's so cool. Control A. A stands for all. So all of it is selected. Click Open. And here they are. Look at it. It's in our project files now, and we can use it to assemble our video. Now, first things first, I'm going to want an introduction to our video. We want to set the mood. Now, when it comes to making your video, oftentimes you want it to be in pace with the music that you choose. It's always a good idea to have your music first chosen so that you can follow the pace of it, and you can set the ambience better that way. Now, I'm going to show you a cool way how to get free music. You're going to go to Microsoft Edge or whatever you used, and you're going to open a tab, and we're going to look up YouTube Audio Library. Okay. Don't do this one. This is an advertisement. Scroll down a little bit and choose the one that actually is from YouTube. And here we go. What kind of music do you want? Think about it. We're going to be making an advertisement for the poster that we made. Oh my goodness, I just got pranked. Okay, so don't go here. Go to somewhere else. This isn't what we're looking for. Okay, so we're going to use Google instead because this obviously isn't working. It's not an actual YouTube channel. It's a page that YouTube has. We're going to try Google instead. No, that's not it. Okay, it's going to ask you to sign in. Okay, so in order to get your music that you can download for free, you're going to have to sign into YouTube. So once you do that, here you are. I'm going to put the link in the description or the curriculum PDF so it's easier for you to get to. Once you sign in, all of this free music. There's dark music, happy music, dramatic and bright and angry. Wow, that's an interesting one. But we're not going to want that one. We're going to want to be appealing because we're selling macaroons. We're having a French bake sale. So we want something that's light and bright and relaxing. How about this one? No. I mean, I'd rather not have that one. Let's put like France. Search for France. Wow. There's romantic, happy, and bright. Let's listen to the marine hymn. How about a free night in Bushwick? I love this one. So we're going to go ahead and click download. And perfect. Just make sure that if you need to attribute someone, you can just mouse over here, click where it says license type, and it says no attribution is required. If it says something else with the one you choose, you're just going to have to put the person's name to credit them in the description of your video, wherever you post it. So now that we have this, normally it saves to your downloads folder. So I'm going to go back to OpenShot. I'm going to do File, Import, and I'm going to go over to my downloads folder. And I'm going to click a free night in Bushwick. Now I'm going to click Open. And look, there is our music. I'm going to, I want more space. I want 2 tracks. One of them is going to be for my music. The other one is going to be for my video. So let's go ahead and drag. Get comfortable with clicking and dragging. You can go just drop it right there. Boom. Oh my goodness. Now it is in our project. Go ahead and tap the spacebar, see what happens. Tap it again. That's pause and play. Maybe it might not work. That's because you have to click inside the timeline. Just get used to it. Spacebar. Wow. That's how you pause and play what you have. It's pretty cool. So now that we have our music and we can tell it's a little bit relaxed at the beginning, we're going to want something to set up the viewer. We're going to want something to introduce what we have in store for them. I think a good idea would be to have some text. Text is essential to any video project. And where do you find the text? Let's go ahead and look. We're going to go ahead and click title in the top left and just click title again. And you have all of these interesting, funny, creative presets for you. We're not doing a film rating because that's not really what we're making. And bubbles doesn't really fit our aesthetic. Maybe a sunset. I think sunset is cool. Alright, so we're gonna change the title to Craving French Pastries. Alright, perfect, it fits. Okay. And after that, just make sure that you're able to click save. Just click save. And you should have it in your project files. I saved one accidentally, so I'm going to use the one that actually has the words that I'm looking for. And you just drag it and drop it. It's all about dragging and dropping. So here we go. Look at that. Craving French pastries. I'm going to take my current time indicator, drag it all the way to the left, and we're going to hit the spacebar. That's cool and all, right? But like, it's too static. Nothing is moving. I want it to fade in, because that's cool. So right click the clip, and then click fade, start of clip, fade in, slow. Oh wow, isn't that perfect? Look at that. Yeah, that is really cool. Wow, amazing. I don't want this title to last too long because people can read that like in 5 seconds. I don't want it to be more than 5 seconds. So take your mouse, put it at the edge of your clip, and then you click it and drag it like so. And you make it smaller. And if you want a reference of time, you just go on and look at this time code. Look, it's 4 seconds and 20 frames. Or it was, and then I messed it up. Look, 20 frames. and you can use your arrow keys to go frame by frame. Look, it goes to 30 and then it resets to 1. Why? This is because our video is 30 frames a second, and each frame is, each still photo that you see, which comes together to make a video. You see that? It's cool. So, I want it to be around at least 5 seconds, or a little bit less than that. So that's what we have so far. Let's have another title to introduce. Well, we have the cure for you. We have a bake sale. So come on over, right? Let's add another title. We have all of these crazy things. We have flames. We have footer text. That's too small. We have title bars, ovals. I like this one, standard 3. You can choose another one as long as it fits the aesthetic. Well, fear no longer. The cure is here. And I don't want line 3, so I'm just gonna make it nothing. It's kind of easy, isn't it? And let's see if it lets us change the font. Nope, it doesn't. Oh well. And we're just gonna drop it in. Click save, and then go to project files, and look, go all the way at the bottom, it's there for you. You see that? And just drop it in. And I'm gonna make it, be right after the title that we have. It's gonna snap automatically, you see that? It's like magnets. Just snaps right together. And let's hit the space bar. I think it's kind of small. I think we can zoom it in a little bit. So let's click, get this, you can make it bigger. Right click it, and then click transform. And look, it turns into a draggable corner selection, and you can just, make it bigger. Sometimes it gets a little bit distorted, but you can hold control, and it keeps it at the same rectangle shape. Oh, there you go. I made it a little bit bigger, and I don't want to do control, I don't want to do transform anymore, so I'm going to hit the keyboard shortcut for it, which is, the keyboard shortcut for transform is Control R. So let's press Control R and it goes away. Awesome. Press the spacebar, let's see what we have. Whoa. Okay, so I accidentally did something cool. Do you notice that I actually had keyframes? So if you notice, it kind of zoomed in, and I did that accidentally. How did I do that? I put the current time indicator in the middle of the clip, and I transformed it. So OpenShot looked at that and was like, oh, so you want it to be bigger at this point, got you. So if you put it at the beginning, then it will always be the same size. And if you put it at the end, then it's going to be moving in size till the very end. If you want to tweak this, this is a little bit complicated for beginners, but just click on the arrow of the clip, click properties, and then scroll down to scale X and scale Y, and right click, and you have your keyframes here. You can just mess with that if you want, but it's not necessary. You see how it moves over time? Well, that's only for advanced people, but if you want to give it a try, go ahead. I'm going to change it so that it's not so long. Let's see what we got. That's pretty cool. I think what would be perfect is fin dabbing right now. Oh, look at that. Fin dabbing. We'll have it for a little bit of time. Maybe like, I don't know. This is 11 seconds, so let's have it till 13 or 14 seconds. Like 3 or 4 seconds long. Now, it is a little bit jarring because they kind of just suddenly change. It goes from fear no longer to, oh, suddenly picture. But let's have a nice fade. How do you do this? Click and drag the last clip and put it right on top of the one before it. And look at that, there's a transition. Watch. Whoa. It fades into each other. That's pretty cool. Now, what I would like is to have some text on top of the picture. How do we do that? Let's right click on track 5 and click add track above. And we have another track. If you get some more space here, you can look and see that you have 3 tracks now. Well, it says track 6, but we don't use the ones under it. Now let's put some titles on top of what we have. I'm going to choose title, back to our lovely title. And let's use gray box 1. Gray box 1 is good because it's out of the way of the picture sitting in the top left. Bake sale, right? We're going to type bake sale. You could put something else if you want. No, make it creative. Click save. And you know where to go. It's in your project files. And just bam, put it right on top. And you see what we have here? We're going to put it right after the transition so it's a little bit clear. And if you hit the space bar and we look at what we have so far. It is right on top of it. Look at this layering. You can achieve so much with this sort of thing. You can layer and layer and layer on top of each other to make really complex compositions. But, you know, I want it to last a little bit longer. I want to see his lovely dance pose, so we're going to make it a little bit longer. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm going to make the bake sale fade in. So we're going to do fade in. Start it. Fade in fast. Let's do fast this time. Fast. Alright. So that's cool. Let's finally have the poster this time. And the poster is what has all of the information about this event. So let's clean up a little bit. I want it to end here. It's more than enough time for the viewer to read what's been happening. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. If you want it to be perfect, you can click and drag over 2 clips and right click on one of them and then click align right. So they end at exactly the same time. That's pretty cool. So, okay, the viewer knows that there's a bake sale, but the viewer doesn't know where. Let's make it obvious and have a picture of the campus. So let's click and drag the Kendall campus of my college. Go Sharks. Do you notice the music gets really upbeat? It's really nice when you have pictures changing on beat. It's a nice transition. So, alright, so we're going to want to make a new title. And let's use the same one that we were using before. Unless you want to shake it up, that's up to you. Only at Kendall. Only at, well, let's do this. At Kendall MDC. And I'm going to click save. I'm going to go to project files. You know the procedure. At Kendall MDC. Bake sale at Kendall MDC. Oh my goodness. And you might notice that there's a little bit of flicker, which is unfortunate. You see it here, it disappears for a split second. Let's zoom in really close. And we see there's a little bit of a space. And we can just have it, boom, take care of that, right? Click and drag it. It's gone, there's no more flicker, that's amazing. But it does kind of fade into each other. I think it's better than what we had before, but it's up to you. awesome. This is so cool. It's really shaping up to be pretty cool. And I'm gonna trim it. I'm gonna trim it. I'm gonna make one of them be the same size as the other one. Yeah. Well, let's zoom in so we can be perfection. So we can be perfect. Yeah, it's close enough. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Now it's time for the poster. Now we can take what we have made in Photopea and just drag and drop it in. Yeah, here we go. Boom, there you go. And there it is. Let's get some more real estate here. And perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's shake it up. Let's make it animate. You see this? Make sure that you're at the beginning. And let's do animate, start of clip. Let's do, we have a lot of options. Zoom in 50% to 100%. And look at what we have. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, bake sale. Nice. Now, it might be a little bit hard to read the text, obviously. So, let's have this. Now we get into the difficult part. This is a challenge for you. It's not necessarily mandatory, but if you want to make good videos, you're gonna have to learn how to deal with this sort of thing. Let's do transform, right? And let's click and drag so that it's bigger, bigger, bigger. Make sure you hold control, by the way. And let's just zoom it in, right? Let's see what we have. That's pretty cool. Alright. So right now we're at a really good point. We have a lot of things here. And if you make the video bigger, you can notice that it says, where? MDC Kental. When? January 8, 2025. Wow, futuristic bake sale. I wonder if there'll be flying cars, even though it's like 4 years from now. Oh, if you're watching this from 2025, hello from the past. So we have macaroons, crepes, and baguettes. I should really know how to pronounce that, considering my name is Jacques, but anyways. We have, let's see what we have so far. Craving French pastries. Well, fear no longer, the cure is here. And then we have Finn dabbing in front of the Eiffel Tower. And then at Kendall, MDC. Boom, bake sale. That's cool. And then we can just have it play for a little bit. I think we have, it's like starts at 21, ends at 20, 30. Yeah, I think that's a good amount of time, 9 seconds. And then we can have it fade out. It'll be perfect. Let's right click on the clip, click fade, end of clip, fade out, slow. And then that's perfect. And we can also do the same thing for the music. I'm sure that your music is really long, so let's use this tool called the razor tool. And we can use it, and let's cut the music right here. And then go back to this razor tool, click on it so we're not using it anymore. Right click the extra music and click remove. Oh, something went wrong. Something went wrong. That's not good. Let's click undo. In case that happens to you, no fear, you can always undo things. Yeah, that's odd. I'm not sure why it just disappeared. And click undo again. Huh, it might have been because I selected that and I didn't deselect it, so let's try again. Click on it once, right click, remove clip. That's much better. And let's also fade out the music. Right click the music, separate audio. Actually, no, just go to fade, end of clip, fade out slow. Alright, let's see our finished product. Move your current time indicator all the way to the beginning and click play. I don't know about you guys, but that was perfect. If you notice, we can make some little adjustments. For example, the music didn't fade out, and also right here, the the text took a while to disappear. There are just some little minor adjustments. While you don't necessarily have to be perfect because this is your first video, it would be nice if you fine-tune things. Get used to fine-tuning things because that's all about making videos, fine-tuning until it's perfect. Right, click on it, click properties, and let's make sure our current time indicator's in the right place. Like here, I want it to start fading out. So, let's set the volume to like, I don't know, 0.99. And then I'm doing this so that it makes a keyframe. And from here, it will begin to start going down. Let's go to the end and put 0.00. You see? It's going to be a gradual change. You see what I did there? I put a keyframe here. I specifically put it in this spot so that I know it's going to go down. Let's listen to it. Click X on the properties and let's hit play. Now it fades out. That's awesome. I'm done, guys. I think this is good. Once you're done too, you don't have to use this same footage. You can use something for your own club. Maybe you're selling tacos instead of macarons. It all depends. You can kill two birds with one stone. If this project is for your class, and you have to make something for a club you're in, do it for both of those assignments. Just make sure that you have the where, when, and what. Also make sure that you have at least one fade in and some titles too. Now when you're done, go on over and click this export video button at the top. It's a red circle. And let's see what we have. Alright, I'm going to browse to my desktop. I'm going to select this folder. And we're going to change the file name to epic, awesome, wonderful, finished French bake sale advertisement. This is a really long file name. You don't have to have them so long. But in any case, let's choose the target, right? So the target, there's a lot of options here. The CPU uses the CPU of your computer instead of the graphics card. If you're using a more cheap on the lesser expensive side of computers, you might not have a graphics card, or it might be built into your CPU. You see here it says QSV. That's going to depend on what graphics you have. Maybe you have Intel or NVIDIA. It depends. I'm going to use QSV so that I have a faster rendering time. Maybe it'll work for you, maybe it won't. If you get an error, just come back and choose the CPU. I'm gonna put 1080p, 29.97 frames per second. It rounds up to 30, so. And 1080p is full resolution. Let's use high quality. And we're good to go. Click export, sit back, relax. Oh, look at that, there was an error. Alright, sure. Let's go back and choose CPU instead. Alright, CPU MP4. MP4 is good. It's a universal media codec. You don't need to know what that means since it's still for beginners. Okay. CPU, let's go. Now it works. Alright. So just sit back and wait for that progress bar to go along. So you notice that I saved it to my desktop. So let's go over to the desktop and check it out. French bake sale ad. You see that video? Let's watch it. Wow. I don't know about you guys, but OpenShot is an awesome piece of software. It might not dive as deep into the tools and different effects you can use as more advanced software, but it gets the job done. This is an awesome way to introduce yourself to editing and video making, content creation, and making things for your community too. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it wasn't too difficult. Making these sort of things, you're bound to run into frustrations and problems, but you just have to get through it. You just have to bear the brunt of any frustrations that you might have, and you have to know that it's going to be complicated. You're not going to know what to do, but you have to experiment. Just right click stuff, try different tabs, click different buttons, go places you have never gone before, and see what you can do. See what this allows you to do, and have fun with it. And always remember, it's never a bad day to make art. Just dive right in. If you have any idea, grasp it, keep your motivation, and make it a reality. This is Audiovisual 101. I'll see you next time.